Welcome to the MGP show. We're your hosts, Gary Barnage
and Dante Rosario.
Today we will be talking about the A-Team.
Now, as far as the plot goes for this movie, a group of 4 veteran Iraq soldiers coming at the end of the war are suspected by the U.S. military for a crime for which they were set up for. And, I mean, that's basically the nuts and bolts of it. How the movie's filmed, it's an epic action adventure. It kind of reminds me a lot of Michael Bay style films. Powerful explosions, high-speed chases in the water, in the air, and just action scene after action scene. Funny quips throughout the movie, and the use of the different angles from high to low. It makes the viewer really feel like, he has a very close-up bird's eye view of everything that's going on. So
I agree with you talking about how it feels like you're there, because some of the scenes, the camera's actually getting hit by water or getting hit by something, so it makes you feel like you're right there with them. Well, another thing I liked about the filming was, like, during some of their action scenes, they go back and forth between what they're going to do, talking about what they're going to do as a group, and then it shows you doing step by step what they're going to do. Yeah. So you don't have to remember what they're going to be doing the whole time. You can see step by step what they're going to do, and then they show you doing it. I think that was a great aspect to cover in the movie.
Now, I will say, to tag off of that, I mean, come on, in real life, most of the stuff would never happen. But I think that kind of, that's the story of the A-Team, doing impossible missions, getting the job done in a reckless manner. I mean, that's their MO, that's their style. So even though it's very unbelievable in reality, it's fun to watch, and it's a
makes
good
for
action.
a very good action film, like you said.
Definitely.
Now, when we go to the acting, they got some great actors in the movie. I thought Liam Neeson did a great job as Hannibal, and the way he presents himself in the movie and just commands respect as an actor, it is superb to watch. Like, I have tremendous respect for the way he acts. And I thought the surprise performance of it was Quentin Rampage Jackson. I thought he actually did a decent job for somebody with little to no acting experience. I thought he did a good job playing what is known as Mr. T's role, but I thought he did a good job making his own role, his own little interpretation of it, a little mixture in there. And I think my favorite character was Murdoch, who was played by Sherzo Copley. He was one crazy guy. He was just out there, and I thought he made a very believable character.
So for me, it was a toss-up between who did the better job acting in this movie. I have tremendous respect for Liam Neeson. He, once again has shown his ability to, act in different roles, whatever film he's casted for. So I thought he did a good job as, being the leader of the A-Team. Like you said, Quentin Rampage Jackson, it's a new thing for him. Slowly, Rampage will probably be faded out, and it'll just be Quentin Jackson. So all the, athletes turn actors, or wrestlers turn actors go. But Bradley Cooper was also right there with Sherzo Copley, as those two probably being the most solid acting throughout the movie. I thought both are funny, especially Murdoch's character. He's kind of a crazy genius, if you want to call it.
Sure.
And
on Jessica Biel's aspect, that was the only letdown I had, I think, of the acting wise in the movie. She plays a captain, and she just doesn't she's not very bossy or commanding in that role, and that's what you expect from a captain.
She tries to be. She's just not very convincing.
Yes, and when she's holding a gun, it looks like it's awkward for her. Like, she's not capable of holding a gun, or she holds it weird. It doesn't look real to me. It makes it stand apart from everything else.
Yeah. She did show some, promising parts, but it wasn't a great role for her. She's not I would say, a huge character in the movie, but she does well.
As for the director, Joe Carnahan, he hasn't done very many movies that are as known. Like, he's done Smoking Aces. A lot of people have seen that movie. but this was a big step up. He had a lot of expectations by making A-Team, and I thought he did a great job with an action-packed movie that had a good storyline that kept you entertained throughout the whole movie.
Yeah, I liked Smoking Aces. It was an interesting concept. This was, I would say, a little less plot in this movie, but as far as the action sequences and the stunts and everything that's done in that respect, I thought he did, a very, very good job in making a possible blockbuster hit. So,
as for a rating, I would give the movie an 8 out of 10. BG approved. I'd say go see it in the movies. It's an action-packed movie. It's gonna be a pretty good movie for the whole summer. So I'd recommend to go see it.
I'll give it a 7.5 out of 10, but I will give it a doctor approved because I think it's one of those movies that you'll enjoy if you go see. If you're an action junkie, then it's the perfect movie for you. So,
thank you for joining us on the MGP show. Until next time.